sure your spine is straight. Welcome back. And this is class 2 of ACI 1. And we are going to start off with a meditation to get our mind here and to set our motivation. We will learn meditation in greater detail in ACI 3. And so I won't go into the detail. So you just get ready, close your eyes, sit up straight, make sure your spine is straight, open up your chest, just relax. Put a little smile on your face and focus on your breath until you hear from me. Exhale. Inhale. 1. Exhale. Inhale. 2. And you can go on to count until 10. And if you find your attention gets away, just kindly pull it back to your breath and start from 1 again. Now, bring to mind a being who is a perfect manifestation of a perfect love, perfect compassion, perfect wisdom. See them appearing before you just by way of you thinking of them. They are gazing at you with love, smiling at you with their holy great compassion. Your wisdom radiates from them, a warm glowing glow encompassing you in its light. We are here to help you. We know what we need to know, what we need to learn, and what we need to do. And so we ask them, please help me, Dad. Please help me to understand the class. They are so happy that we have asked. And of course, they agree. Our gratitude arises. And we want to offer them something exquisite, the perfect world that they teach us to create. We imagine we can hold it in our hands and we offer it to them, following it with our prayer to practice what they teach us in the form of a refuge prayer. Here is the great earth, filled with the smell of the incense, covered with a blanket of flowers. The great mountain, 4 lands, wearing a jewel of the sun and the moon, in my mind and make them the paradise of the Buddha and offer it to you. By this deed, may every living being experience the pure world. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiyatayami. I go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. I go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. I go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the highest community. Through the merit that I do in giving and the rest, I will become a Buddha for the sake of all beings. And may it be so. And you can bring attention back to the space here. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, I want to do a recap of what we have learned in class 1 to help you to understand better, to help Emerald and all of us. So we learned in class 1, we say ACI 1, right? We talk about the origin, the history of ACI 1. We say it is founded by Geshe Michael under the spiritual direction of Ken Rinpoche, Geshe Lobsang Tachin. And ACI 1 is kind of like a curriculum for a complete Buddhist education, right? And we learned that ACI has this very, very, very precious thing called lineage. We get all this teaching, this ancient wisdom in the form that we can understand, in the language that we can understand, right, from Geshe Michael Roach. And he got it from Ken Rinpoche, who learned it from Trijang Rinpoche, who learned it from Babongka Rinpoche, and you can keep on tracing it to J. Tsongkhapa and then Lord Buddha. This is so precious. We have this lineage. We have this thing where the teaching is passed down from one teacher to another teacher in an unbroken lineage. And that is so valuable. Why is it so? We learn authentic Dharma, we will learn in chapter 4, ACI 1, chapter 4. Authentic Dharma, we'll learn about what is authentic Dharma. We can kind of like feel that what we are learning, this is a very pure lineage. We are learning authentic Dharma. And why is it so important? I have a cousin. She learned Tantric, I don't know from which teacher. By the time I knew about that, it was a bit too late. She went into, not really jail, kind of like a lockup waiting for the court hearing. She learned some Tantric, you know. So that's why I can feel it, you know, how important it is, if it is whether what we are learning, whether is it authentic Dharma or not. We from how we understand about the history of ACI, where it's coming from, we kind of like we can feel assured that what we are learning is authentic Dharma. And it is so important because if what we are learning is really authentic Dharma, then if we really study what we are doing right now, contemplate, 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 and meditate, 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 then it should bring realization to us. It should bring realization to the master practitioner, to us. If we really do that, we really study, 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 contemplate, 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 meditate, meditate, meditate. It will make you a better person. Rest assured, if you follow that, we have meditation assignment to do, right? Did you do that or not? Wait, I heard that somebody sent me the message. They say somebody waiting to be admitted. Is it true? Can somebody help to admit them? They say a lot of people waiting they are still outside. ACI tech team, can you please check on this? We have students waiting outside. They are still waiting to be admitted. Is there anybody know how to admit them? I don't know how to admit them. Can somebody help me? I don't know how to do that. To do that, huh? Or only host can do. I see. Okay. Francisco, are you there? Yeah, sending good vibes to Francisco. Yeah, I think next time Francisco may need to make somebody else a co-host. We cannot do anything. Yeah. Okay, I continue where I stopped. I mentioned about authentic Dharma. Why is it so important? I can see from what is happening to my cousin. She's now waiting for the hearing. There'll be the hearing date in January. And I feel so helpless. I don't know how to help her. I really don't know how to help her. And I feel so bad that I should have shared this with her much earlier. That's the reason why I'm willing to share right now. You see, I have been very hesitant. I feel that, I cannot do that. I don't know much, So I think I go in with the right motivation. Yeah. Share what I know to the best of my ability. If there is anything I don't understand, I will ask my teacher and come back to the students. If I have shared with her much earlier, she would not have learned the wrong path. And now, because of what she learned tantric, she do something to people, and then something happened, and then she's in the jail, now waiting for the hearing and all these things. So I mentioned about we are very lucky we are in this lineage, we learn the authentic Dharma. And I truly believe that if you really do your homework, do the meditation, right? Don't just listen only, don't just listen here and there. I see a lot of people, they come for classes, they just listen, I don't see much transformation in their life. Like for myself, I see a lot of transformation. I'm not trying to praise myself. I'm just trying to give an example. I was so terrible before I learned ACI. And so many things happened to me. But of course, I count myself lucky because I serve my teacher a lot. I was lucky the situation kind of pushed me to learn and to coordinate, to grade the paper, to do a lot of these things, So, yeah, I think I really hope that you can do your homework. But of course, if you finish your ACI one, that's okay. You can come just to listen. But if you have not, I really, really hope that you try your very best to do your ACI homework. Don't let it accumulate. Yeah. And once you finish your homework, do your quiz, because the quiz come from the homework. Right. Yeah. And do the meditation assignment. Trust me, the meditation assignment is so powerful. I tell you, when I attended ACI, a lot of things I don't understand. But when I do the meditation, surprisingly, a lot of things, zoom, 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 zoom. It multiplied by 100,000s, Really, I was so shocked. And that's why I got so attracted to meditation. At one point, I meditate consistently for 45 minutes and above to 1 hour. So my morning session is off. Nobody can come and disturb me before 10. 10, I'm not around. I will do my things slowly. I'm very slow. I enjoy slowly, do my stuff. Then I want to do this, do that. After 10 only, I'll meet people. I was so attracted to meditation. So trust me, it's difficult. Try to do 15 minutes. Just try. Like they mentioned about renunciation. Hey, I haven't done anything. Then what should I meditate? I also don't know. When I first started, hey, what is this renunciation? Hey, I don't know what is this. And I don't believe in renunciation. What is this renunciation? Just try. Whatever you heard from the teacher, that little bit, just try. Because you'll realize that what we are going to meditate on renunciation, they come in class 1. Then class 2, they ask you to meditate the same thing. I think class 3 also, they ask you to meditate about the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. So it will take a while, I say. And it's so important that subject, you know. And what I hear from and what I meditate is totally two different things. It goes so deep for you to understand what is really renunciation. Yeah, just try. Okay, so you try, you can see that when as time goes by, when the pieces come together, you get aha and you apply to you, and you can see your life transforming, and your life will become more and more beautiful. Okay, then we learn ACI 1, we say ACI 1 is the principal teachings of Buddhism, right? Principal teaching of Buddhism. ACI 1, we learn principal teaching of Buddhism. What principle of Buddhism, what kind of principal teachings of Buddhism are we learning? What is the name? What is the name? Three Principal Path. The name is Three Principal Path, written by J. Tsongkhapa. Very, very famous guy. Okay. I can take one whole session to talk about him. I talked already, so I won't mention again. And it's written for his student Ngawang Drapa. Remember Ngawang Drapa? He sent his student to build 108 monastery in East Tibet. And then his student finished building. He came back and said, I got students here. They asked me to teach. What should I teach? So his teacher, J. Tsongkhapa, wrote him the letter. So this Three Principal Path is actually a letter from J. Tsongkhapa to his student, Ngawang Drapa. It is a 14-verse lamrim. Okay, for blessing's sake, look at him. J. Tsongkhapa. I want to dream about him. J. Tsongkhapa. Okay, this 14-verse lamrim in Tibetan is called Lamso Namsum. You know, when I first learned this, I always get confused. I say Namso Namsum, Namso Namsum. But now I remember it starts with the L. Lamso Namsum. Why? Because my surname is Lim. I always tell you are Lim. In Cantonese, Lam. So it starts with Lamso Namsum. That's how I remember that. Oh, now I know already. Last I said Namsu Namsum, Namsu Namsum. Okay, now I know. Lamso Namsum. That is a Tibetan word. This 14-verse lamrim is very, very special. It's like in poetry. It's a letter. It contains the essence of all the teachings of Buddhism. And we say lamrim. We heard a lot about lamrim, lamrim, lamrim. We say, what is lamrim exactly? What is lamrim? So I find you the picture, isn't it? Lamrim. You can think of lamrim. Lamrim it means steps of the path to enlightenment. Lamrim is like, you can think of it like IKEA. You go to IKEA, you buy furniture, right? You open up the box. You can see all these pieces. You don't know which one first. Should I put this one first? Should I put this one first? Right? Should I put this one first? Yeah. But if you look at the instruction manual, they have the instruction manual. They say, okay, step 1, do like that. Step 2, do like that. Step 3, do like that. If you just follow the instruction manual, you can easily put them together with no effort, easily, right? Yeah. So lamrim is like that. Lamrim is like that, okay? This is lamrim. Steps of the path to enlightenment. You follow the step by step, okay? You can reach enlightenment. So you will say, hey, why should I reach enlightenment? Hang on there, okay? Just hang on there. As we learn, then we'll know why. When I first learned, I got a lot, hey, I don't want to do, okay? Just hanging there. If you find it difficult to relate, you can think of it as your goal, whatever goal it is to you in your life. You can think of it as your happiness, as your success. So if you just follow step by step, you can reach the highest goal. This is Lam Rim is already the highway. We call it the highway, the great highway that all the Buddha travel. So if all the Buddha, they travel this highway, and they show you this is the path, isn't it good? Hey, someone already reached there. Someone already successful. And they're showing you. They're showing you the path. So it's like a guiding lamp for us. It's like the guide. Just like in life, it is so fortunate if we have someone to guide us, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it will be so nice if somebody can tell me you do like that. Then, okay, you do like this so that I don't go to the wrong path. So Lam Rim is like that. Someone already successful, they show us the guide. This is the guidance, step 1, step 2, step 3. You do this, and then you reach your highest goal. And it's even better than a wish-fulfilling jewel. Wish-fulfilling jewel, you need to know what to wish at, You need to know what to wish. So I put the children photo here. I really love that. Because if you ask a child, what do you want? What they want? They want to play only what? They want to candy only what? Isn't it? But Lam Rim is different. Lam Rim is even better than a wish-fulfilling jewel. We don't know what to ask for. We are like the kid. But if you follow the step-by-steps, they can bring you, wow, happiness beyond your imagination. Really beyond your imagination. And since it's so good now, we want to learn Lam Rim, isn't it? We want to learn Lam Rim. And to learn Lam Rim, first thing, we have to avoid the 3 problems of the past. I remember Emerald's question. I will leave that when I have time or during the Q&A. Yeah. So I hope that when I go through this revision will help you to understand better. Does it help, Emerald? Yes or no? Okay, good. Okay. So, and then we also learn about Pabangka Rinpoche. First lesson, I teach you 2 teachers. We learn J. Tsongkhapa and we learn Pabongka Rinpoche, right? Pabongka Rinpoche is incredible man. He's famous for teaching the public. He got a very loud voice. You don't need a loudspeaker. His voice alone is very wow. Thousands of people can hear him from far away. And he's very famous for teaching for many, 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 many hours, not like us, 1.5 hours only. He can teach continuously for, wow, long hours. And he got this secret weapon to keep his student awake. His student will fall asleep. And he will tell a joke. And then everybody laugh. They say, hey, yes, what is it? What is it? That's how he keeps his student awake. Incredible man. So today we are going to learn another teacher. Let's look back at our lineage here. We have Geshe Michael. Geshe Michael. Then his teacher is Ken Rinpoche. Today I'm going to introduce Ken Rinpoche to you. And then Ken Rinpoche's teacher is Trijang Rinpoche. And then Trijang Rinpoche's teacher is Pabongka Rinpoche. Pabongka Rinpoche can trace all the way to J. Tsongkhapa. So far, we cover J. Tsongkhapa and Pabongka Rinpoche. And today, we want to do Trijang Rinpoche. Who is Trijang Rinpoche? You look here, you already know lah. Trijang Rinpoche is the teacher of the current Dalai Lama. He is the teacher of Ken Rinpoche. You can see from here. He is the teacher of Geshe Michael's teacher, Ken Rinpoche. Right? He is a student of Pabongka Rinpoche. Okay. So I hope I make it easy for you to understand. Now, when I first learned, I get so fed up. I say, oh, you so many Rinpoche, just tell me directly, I get so confused. Okay, so I draw this chart, easier for myself to understand. So today we are going to understand more about Trijang Rinpoche. They are very important. Okay, Trijang Rinpoche, his year 1901 to 1981. This is Trijang Rinpoche. He looked very friendly, isn't it? I think he looked very friendly. Okay, Trijang Rinpoche. One thing very incredible about him, he got this ability. This is his teacher, Pabongka Rinpoche, isn't it? Pabongka Rinpoche, in his 24-day Lam Rim discourse, teaching, his student, which is this one, who is this, Trijang Rinpoche, wrote down by hand. His teacher just talk, he just write it down. He can write very fast. Okay, the 24-day Lamrim. And then he tidy up and publish it in this book called The Gift of Liberation in the Palm of Your Hands. Gift of Liberation in the palms of your hands. It's like a gift. Now, take it. It's a gift. Now, take it. It's a gift. Gift of liberation in the palm of your hand. So, very incredible man. He can write really fast, like me. When I was doing my professional degree, I write really fast. Really fast. Then all the students, they would say, after the class, they say, hey, I cannot catch up. I don't know what is it. What the teacher say? Can I have your notes? Yeah, then they always borrow my notes and copy or photocopy. So I can see that we have to write really fast. Thanks to him for putting all this beautiful teaching for us. And then we are going to learn Geshe Lobsang Tachin, Geshe Michael's teacher, Ken Rinpoche, Geshe Lobsang Tachin. His year 1921 to 2004. He wrote the introduction to the commentary. Remember, three principal paths written by J. Tsongkhapa, the commentary by Pabongka Rinpoche, these two guys, and then the introduction to the commentary is by Geshe Lobsang Tachin. Okay, J. Tsongkhapa wrote the three principal paths. The commentary to these three principal paths by Pabongka Rinpoche. Okay, and Geshe Lobsang Tachin only he write the introduction for the commentary. Okay. And let's look at this one, easier to see. I go back to this. So Ken Rinpoche, look here, you know. Ken Rinpoche is the teacher to our Geshe Michael Roach. Ken Rinpoche is the student of Trijang Rinpoche. He's actually a student of Pabongka Rinpoche also. Later on, you'll know why. Okay, so Ken Rinpoche. Let's look at his picture again. When he was young, he was very naughty, you know. He was very naughty, very mischievous, very playful like me. He got two prankster roommates. His roommate also actually he was influenced by his prankster roommates. Guess what he did? He would, you know, thumbtacks, I got a picture. I'm scared that those people whose English may not be so good. I show you this one. I just found this picture today. Thumbtack. He would lay the tags on the path leading to the main gate, the path that the monks will walk back to the monastery. He will lay these tags, he and his prankster friends lay on the path. And then they will hide. They hide behind a wall near the gate. And then they're waiting for the victim. And then when they see the monks are walking barefoot, coming near, then they will start to chuckle. Then they will run off before the monks catch them. So you can see that they are very playful. Okay, they are very playful when they were young. And there was another incident. You know, in the assembly like this, the monks, they would be chanting, isn't it? Chanting. And then there was a monk named Yeshe Lobsang. He was like kind of like daydreaming. And then his mouth like that, wide open. He was daydreaming, chanting. The mouth wide open. Then Ken Rinpoche, he was sitting with his prankster friend left and right. And he said, I bet with you, I'm going to aim this. There's a barley dough, a small barley dough, kind of like something you can think of a small dough. You know, dough, barley dough, you can think of tepung gandum, 面粉, barley dough. And he said, you're going to aim it at his mouth. I'm going to hit it and go hit his mouth. You believe or not, he bet with his prankster friends, you know. And then he hit it and really go into that person's mouth, and that young monk was so pitiful. He was joking, and his two friends couldn't tahan, he couldn't. They just burst out laughing, They cannot stand it. And then this Ken Rinpoche, he's he's very smart. He will pretend like nothing happened. His face straight only. And then the house master came over and punished his two friends. So you can imagine how naughty they were at that time. And because of all these things, he gained the reputation. He gained the reputation of being not a good student, that assigned to the kitchen duty. This one I cannot study one. Cannot study, go and do kitchen stuff. Okay, so that was his story. And fast forward. One day, Pabongka Rinpoche, so happened Pabongka Rinpoche and Ken Rinpoche, they are from the same house. We call it Gaurong house. Gyalrong, Gaurong house. Like in a monastery, got many houses, got 15 houses. So Pabongka Rinpoche is also from the same house. So Pabongka Rinpoche, he went for the extended teaching tour. When he come back, wow, from the same house there, sure must go and welcome him, present him with some gift, isn't it? Yeah, so they go and do all these things. And then Ken Rinpoche have to follow along because he need to carry things. He's like the caliphate lah. Okay, that time I say, this one don't want to study one, do kitchen stuff, go and carry things lah. So he has to come along. He carry the thing. And then when he went there, all these things, then somehow Pabongka Rinpoche saw him, and Pabongka Rinpoche was holding his head like this. Quite right. Now this looks like a good boy. Now this looks like a bright boy. He says something like that. Yeah, that's exact word. Quite right. Now this is a bright boy. He said that 2 times. And from that day onwards, Ken Rinpoche said that he felt that he got some blessing and some spiritual power to pursue his studies. Yeah, something just shifted, just changed. And then he announced to his house teacher, he said, now the bad boy is going to study. I'm going to become the master Gershi. He go and tell the house master. And the house master, you know what? Guess what? Just like kind of like don't believe him and even tease him. Then you become the master Gershi. I will become the Ganden Tripa. What is Ganden Tripa? Ganden Tripa will be like a very high position that you need to have the highest. One of the criteria is you need to have the highest degree. And his housemaster didn't have the highest degree. Sure, impossible, isn't it? So it's kind of teasing him. The day you become the day you got the master Gershi, I will become the Ganden Tripa. and really, he go on to become, he really study. He even give up his nice stationery, beautiful station, exchange with his friends. Who want to do this? He do odd work, writing letter. He's supposed to write some letters back, to help other monks to write this thing back to their family. So that kind of thing will take up a lot of his time. So he will tell, who want to do this? Who want to do this? I said, his friend, yeah, I want. If you do this, I give you this one. So the friend will help him to do. He give away all these things, and so he got the time to study. And he's somehow he's able to improve so much because of the blessing that he got from Pabongka Rinpoche. And in fact, at one time he was called the bookworm. Always study. Okay, fast forward. Okay, fast forward. And guess what? He graduated with the highest Gershi degree. That's the main thing I want to tell you. Okay, that's his story a little bit. His story is very interesting. I love him so much. He graduated with the highest Gershi degree. The highest one. This is the highest one. Pabongka Rinpoche is a normal degree. His one is the highest degree. And he beat more than 10,000 monks. Yeah, and then he also went on to become the abbot of the Serame Monastery, and also the founder of the Mahayana Sutra and Tantra Center. Incredible guy. So his story is very interesting, from being very naughty, to how he met Pabongka Rinpoche and got the blessing. And because of the blessing, he said that something just, don't know what happened, something just shifted. Things that it's not that he never heard before. Some of the teaching he heard before. But somehow, because of the blessing, when he heard Pabongka Rinpoche teaching the same thing, it kind of struck home. It kind of struck home, he said. That you just kind of like start to understand that. Yeah. And he went on to really understand, he got this motivation, very passionate about his studies, and even went to become a bookworm, and even become the highest degree, graduated with the highest degree. Very incredible guy. So I really love him so much. So today you learn 2 teachers. So we finish already. No more history already. Yeah, you say, sweat lah. I tell you, history is even more difficult to teach than the rest. Okay. So we finish with all the personnel. And we are going to go for even more interesting stuff. Okay, so this one got come out in your homework. Question 6, they ask you, who wrote the introduction? Ken Rinpoche, Geshe, Lobsang, Tachin. And his year, 1921 to 2004. And that is his story. I must thank you all, for giving me the opportunity to share. If not because of you, I don't have to study the reading so many. I roughly know the story enough already, but because I need to share with you, so I need to memorize the story again and again. Hey, what is that again? What is the story? You have to memorize the story. Okay. So we say, we learn ACI 1, we learn the principal teachings of Buddhism. What are they? The 3 principal paths. What are the 3 principal paths? What are the 3 principal paths? We say renunciation, Nganjong, bodhicitta, the wish for enlightenment, bodhicitta, or in Tibetan it's called Semke or Jangsem. And another one is called correct view of emptiness, Yang Dakpe Tawa. I want you to memorize the Tibetan for this one. Okay? I'm going to talk in detail about renunciation, bodhicitta, and correct view of emptiness shortly. And I'll come back to this question number 10. Are they physical or mental or just concepts? Okay, I'll come back to this one shortly. I want to move on to another one. This is interesting. And this is very important. There are 3 divisions in the Lamrim text. 3 divisions. This one come out in the homework question 8. 3 divisions. We have the lesser scope, medium scope, greater scope. Okay? For the lesser scope, the practitioner, the people who practice Dharma, they have this motivation that all I want is to close the door to the 3 lower realms. Close the door to the 3 lower realms. What is the 3 lower realms? I'm scared. I don't want to be born in the hell. I don't want to born as a hungry ghost. I don't want to be born as an animal. I'm scared after I die, what is going to happen? I want to do good things. Why? Because I'm scared if I do bad things, I go to the lower 3 realms. I want to close the door to the 3 lower realms. So that is their motivation. So it seems that technically, if you never think about death, we are not even at the lower scope. Technically, because they are thinking about after I die, where am I going to go? I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to go to the, I don't want to have a bad, I don't want to have a bad rebirth. I don't want to have this, I don't want to go to the hell. I don't want to be born as an animal. I don't want to be born in the ghost realm. That is the lesser scope. That is their motivation for themselves. Okay? Because they are scared of going to the lower 3 realms. So they want to close the door to the 3 lower realms. The medium scope practitioner. I am sick and tired of seeing all the suffering in life. Life is suffering. I don't want to come back anymore. Enough. I don't want to come back anymore. I don't even want to take another rebirth. So the medium scope practitioner, their motivation is to escape the cycle of the suffering cycle of existence for themselves. And it means that they don't want to take another rebirth. They are sick and tired of this cycle of life, the suffering in this cycle of life. Even a good rebirth also I don't want. Why? I'm sick and tired because at the end of the day, even the good things have to end and I have to die again because of the four great suffering. Now I go into the four great suffering. What are the four great suffering? Taking birth, 生老病死, okay? Taking birth, aging, get old, then sick, get sick, and then eventually have to die. I'm sick and tired. I don't want already. I don't want to come back anymore. I don't want to have another rebirth at all. So the medium scope of practitioner, their wish is to escape. I don't want to take another rebirth at all for themselves. Okay, I'm sick and tired of this broken world. I'm sick and tired. Life is just suffering. Okay, and the greater scope of practitioner, their wish is to achieve Buddhahood, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Okay? Not just for themselves, but for everybody. Not just for themselves, but for everybody. When you become a Buddha, then only you'll be able to really help others in a deep and ultimate way. Is it true? We'll learn that in class 3, chapter 2, in the next class. So their motivation is, they don't want to go to the lower birth, of course. They don't want to come back anymore also. And not only for themselves, they see suffering not only for themselves, but they also hope other people don't have to go through all this suffering. They don't want to see other people suffer as well. I'm suffering. Other people must also be suffering. I don't want them to be, I don't want them to be suffering. I want them to be happy also. And so their wish is to achieve this highest state of being, to become a Buddha, so that they'll be able to really benefit all the beings. Okay? So not only for themselves, but for other people. Okay, not? So there's no worries about which scope you are. If you're neither one of them, it's okay. When I first started, I said, hey, it looks like I got no place here. Like, I don't have any, no, but slowly you'll find your place. So just learn and understand what is your motivation. Oh, it's like that one. Okay. And to achieve for the greater scope, to reach that level, you need the 3 principle path. The 3 principle path will show you how to get here. In renunciation, bodhicitta, and the correct view of emptiness. Okay? So we want to, okay, before that, I guess a little bit more to share. For the lower scope, if you understand the pen well enough, really understand it really well, deep understanding of the pen, it can close the door to the 3 lower realm. Any one of you have never heard of the pen? I think there are a lot. I did a survey. I asked you to help me to fill in the, there's a Google form, isn't it? And I hope that more people can respond. Those who have not responded, can you please respond? I show you. Where is that? Yeah, it's here. Oh, no, this one. So 10 people initially responded and 50% never learned ACI before, never heard of ACI before. And I'm so happy, you know. So I need to explain to the 50% the people about the pen in another day. And then after that, got another 1 person fill up the form. So we now become 11. So 45% of people never attended ACI. Okay. So I hope that those who have not filled up this form, please help me to fill up the form so that I'll be able to understand you better. And also, if you've never heard of the pen story, I want to have 1 session, maybe in 15 minutes earlier you come in, then I want to talk about the pen. Because if you understand the pen well enough, it can close the door to the 3 lower realm. Okay, I want to ask you one question. After we die, The body die already lah. Correct or not? Body die, cannot move, cannot use. What happened to the mind? Does the mind also die? Type 1 if you say yes. Type 2 if you say no. Type 1 if you say yes. Type no. Type 2 if you say no. Yes or no? One if 1 is yes. 2 no. What do you think? If you're not sure, you can type 0. I don't know. Yes. Okay. So you say no, no, no. Yeah. I think easier for us to understand in the Asia here. In Asia, oh, Tracy and Brian not very sure. Okay. Okay. If you're not very sure, I wasn't very sure also last time. But in Asia, we grew up that we know that there is a past and present life. We have the, past life and future lives. So it's not difficult to understand why. But I like the analogy of the car. If the car break down on the highway, let's say your car break down on the highway, the car died. But did the driver also die? Did the driver also die? No, the driver can come out. So it's something like that. If the body die, the mind, did the mind also die? Yeah. The analogy for the, thanks for responding. Yeah, thanks for responding. Yeah. So did the mind die or not? Because we believe if the mind did not die, like the car broke down, the driver is not dead, the driver can come out. In that case, that's why people, you're worried after you die, where are you going to go? Where am I going to go? I scared leh. I got watch movie, they say got ghosts leh. And then they talk about hell leh, even though I've never seen. But never seen doesn't mean that it never exists. When you learn karma and emptiness well enough, you understand the Pan story well enough, you know that there's a possibility for that. And so the lesser scope of practitioner, their motivation is to close the door to the 3 lower realm. Okay? And let me see. This one come out in question 8. Question 8 of your homework. Now, I want to go into detail already. The 3 principal path, a little bit more discussion on that. In the homework, they didn't discuss on that, but I want to talk more on renunciation. Okay. Renunciation. What is renunciation? Renunciation, for class 1, we talk a little bit on renunciation, right? We say that you just have a disgust of this worldly life. Then if new people who are young say, hey, why you have a disgust, you know? I'm 20 years old. In this class, I have students who are only 20 years old, 18 years old, you know? Why got disgust? What is wrong with this worldly life? Okay. It's like we are sick and tired of this broken world. We are sick and tired of this broken world. Why do you see? Why do you say broken world? What is wrong with? What is wrong? Broken world? Broken in the sense that no matter what, eventually everything is suffering. So for those who are very young, they may be struggling to understand why you say that? Nothing in your world, nothing in my world will lead to happiness. You say, no, I'm happy right now. I'm happy I got all these things. True, you may have everything. Now, the student, they come out to work, they don't have a job. Then they are, I'm trying to find a job, very fun, very a lot anxiety, they cannot find job. Okay, once they get the job, they got the job, after a while, then they're not happy with the job already. Then they're not happy with the job already, right? Then they say, oh, I get sian liao, bored with the same work, all these things, and then you're not happy with your colleague. And I say, okay, I want a promotion, no prospect. Once you get a higher prospect, then you're not happy some more after that. It's just broken. Somehow because of the impure karma that we have, this lousy body and mind that we have, things are just broken. That is on the career. And they have relationship. Oh, you love someone so much. Okay. I don't want to talk about that very sensitive. Okay, I like another story about you say you want to go and see the beach. Okay, you're indoor for so long. Yeah, very boring. I want to go and see the beach. Okay, then you go to the beach, you're happy, you're excited. Then you're on the beach, you walk and walk. After a while, you also you say boring already. You're not happy already. I want to go indoor now, so hot lah. Okay, you go indoor. And then you go indoor. Wow, so nice. I got aircon, it's so cool. Then you sit down. After a while, already. Oh, it's so hot sitting here. I want to go and see the sun. I want to go and see the beach. So this just lousy body and mind that we have. We'll never be happy. It's not that we just need to understand how we conceptualize things. And maybe for young people, they will say, no, I'm quite happy. I got everything. Huh? I'm happy, you know? Yeah, you're happy. I'm happy that you're happy. But it seems that all the happiness that we have, eventually we will lose it. Eventually we'll lose it. The very basic thing, at the very least, we will go through like you see people getting old, getting sick, and then either, I find someone I love, and they also love me. At the end, you have to be separated. Either you die first, or your loved one die first. And then eventually, you have to be forced to be separated from your loved one, whether you like it or not. You're forced to be separated from love, and that kind of pain, that kind of grieving, is such a suffering. Yeah, and I like to talk about this topic. I'm sorry, I enjoy so much. I don't know whether you enjoy or not. And chapter 5 will talk in greater detail. I'm looking forward to chapter 5. I love this topic so much, on the suffering. And it helps me to understand life better. And I don't know, when I hear about that, I'm not pessimistic. In fact, I'm happier because I understand where things come from. Instead, there's no way, I don't know why it's like that. I get so angry, But now at least I know why things is like that, the nature of things. And so renunciation is like you are detached from your worldly life. You want to be detached from the worldly life, and you have no desire for this life or the future life. Oh, does that mean go and live in the cave? No. Renunciation is actually it's your attitude. If you truly understand, that's why I say you need to meditate. If you truly understand renunciation, you can have a house. It doesn't mean that I don't want the house, throw away, don't want everything. I don't want nice clothes already. I don't need the career. I don't need to go to work already. The teacher say, sick and tired of the broken world. Yeah, all these things is suffering. No need already. Tomorrow, no need to go to work. No more work for what? Work already also suffering. That means that you don't understand renunciation. You don't really understand renunciation. That's why it's so important to meditate. Why? Because words fail. No matter how you say it. When last time my teacher tell me, I don't understand. Why not just tell properly? You explain properly. Just describe you describe that, I'll understand. Apparently, it's not like that. Dharma, a lot of things from Dharma you need is gained through realization. It's gained through meditation, through contemplation. So when you truly understand renunciation, you will never do something bad to get something good, that you think you can get something good, because something good cannot come from something bad. And because you have renunciation, you actually feel happier. To me, Actually, in my life, it's so really that time when I learned all these things really tested me a lot. I got an extremely good offer. I was actually, I left my corporate world for decades, So when I decided to come back, because after I studied all these things, I said, if it's meant to be, then let it happen. Make it easy for me. Open up the path for me. Ooh, and it really opened up. And then I got the offer to be a CFO of a company going listing. And I was considering about all these things, And I said, if I take that offer, is it really can help people through that way? Or is it because I just want the name? It really tests me my understanding, you know. And I actually think that if I take up that offer, would take up too much of my time and I will be so obsessed with the worldly life and everything. And I actually let go. And people will say you're crazy, you know, maybe once in a whole life, you only get one chance or you never get it. But because I understand that, something even bigger open up for me, even better. I don't have to go to work every day. Things like that, you know. So renunciation is when you truly understand where things really come from. And so you're not like, I want to get something, so I'm willing to do something bad to get it, you know. I'm going to use all tactics or do bad things to get it. You won't do that because if you truly understand renunciation, you won't lie to get a profit because a profit cannot come from something bad. And one very important thing I need to drill in, I always tell my students, those younger 20 years old, when you listen this thing, I'm not saying don't go to work. I'm not saying don't work, don't go and don't go out and work and achieve, don't earn money, I don't need car already, don't need a house. I'm not saying that you really, if you think in that way, that's wrong. Please don't understand it in that way. Renunciation, it's okay to have all these things. When you have renunciation, you know where they're coming from. Okay? I want to ask a question. Can you live a luxurious life and have renunciation? Yes, it's possible. Yes, very good. Brian say yes, Jenny say yes. You think about that, you need to meditate on that. Yeah. You have no hold on that, you know. You don't hold on to that. I'm very happy whatever I learn, something happened in my life would really test my understanding. Wow, really every time like that, you know. So it really tests my understanding. Well, whether do you really understand it? Do you really have a grasp? Are you sure? Is it really for yourself? Or are you saying that for benefit other people, for benefit? Is it really for the benefit of other people? Yeah, so it will kind of like test you. Yeah. So meditate on that. That is your homework assignment. Renunciation is an attitude. It is your belief, like knowing that the things is not in itself and from itself. You know where things come from. And so you will never do anything bad to get this thing. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the first step. And then slowly, of course, your renunciation will get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah. Start from there. I really love renunciation so much and it's very challenging. I can't say I have 100% renunciation because sometimes I still like the worldly things, to be very honest. Okay. When this renunciation, deep renunciation, true renunciation is when I learn about it, you come to, I think, later chapter, they will say, how do you know when you have real renunciation? I always ask myself, and I learned that time. They say, when you think about that day, you come to that later on, you think of that day and night that you want to escape from this thing, or this thing. And I'm asking myself, at one point I have it, but it's not always like it sits happening moment by moment. It's not like linear, you know, like I have it here, that I keep on having it, It's not like that. It's changing moment by moment. Yeah, at that point in time, I have very strong renunciation. And I can say right now, my renunciation not as good as the other time. And I find that now I understand. If you have a lot of happiness or pleasure, actually it's a bit difficult to practice. I find that sometimes have a more unhappiness. It's easier for us to understand. For me, okay, I find it's easier for me to understand. Yeah, you kind of like, oh, I just enjoy, I just take it easy like that, you know, you have that kind of thing, you know. But when you're suffering, I can meditate very quiet. Every day I meditate, I find the reason why like that, you know. Yeah. So you want to change, you have that very strong motivation. Right now, my motivation not that strong, but I'm coming back. I'm happy I'm coming back. Like I say, it's changing moment by moment. But the more important is to be mindful, realizing it. I know where I am. I know where am I. I know it's not good. I know I need to pick it up. And I want to take every opportunity, every situation as a path that I go through that. Then I'll be able to understand how people go through that. Yeah. And that is renunciation. Let me share the screen. Okay, so in your ACI 1 chapter 1 so far, they don't ask you in detail, so no worries. You just listen, understand a little bit. Just try to meditate. Okay, just try to meditate. They only ask you to name it. Just name only. Name easy, isn't it? Renunciation, Yanzhong, bodhicitta, wish for enlightenment, Sam K. Correct view of emptiness, Yang Dak Pe Tawa. You can name it, no problem. So now I ask you question 10. Is that a physical, mental, or concept? Now, by now, you should be able to understand better. Is there something physical? No. Is there something mental from the mind? Yes, I say it's an attitude. Yeah. It's an attitude. It is a realization. 一个觉悟，一个 realization. Okay, the next one is on bodhicitta, right? Good. Jenny say mental. Yeah, it's a mental thing. It's an attitude. Last time when I say, when I understand mental, it's easier for me. I say attitude. Why attitude? Why attitude? I don't understand attitude. When you meditate, then I only finally I understand. Oh, it is an attitude. So when I hear it, I cannot understand. When you say mental, understand that, yeah, not physical, then mental, yeah, it's mental, I know mental. But why attitude? My teacher said attitude. Why attitude? Then when you meditate, you come to understand, oh, okay, now I understand why is attitude. The next principle is bodhicitta, right? The wish to achieve total enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. That bodhicitta, body is Buddhahood. Easy to remember, it's a body, Buddhahood, easy, yeah? Chitta is the mind. So body is a Buddhahood, chitta is the mind. So when you join them, you say, oh, the mind is enlightened. No, it's not the mind it's not a mind that's already enlightened. It's not like that, okay? It is the wish. It is the wish that we want to become a Buddha. Why want to become a Buddha? Why want to become a Buddha? You will learn in class 3, chapter 2. We say that the Buddha, they have this perfect body and mind. They have this mind that's omniscient, that know everything, and so able to really help us in the way that we want, that we can be helped. And the body which is so perfect that can go and emanate, like photocopy, copy, become anything to anybody, anytime, anywhere, that will be able to help us and bring us up slowly. And then we are here sitting here in ACI class. Okay. So that is, don't worry if you don't understand. Today, actually ACI 1 chapter, I tell you, this chapter 1 is very deep. When I look at it, wow, it's very deep, but no worries. You will listen to all these concepts in many other chapters, not only you'll listen to that in chapter 2 later, and then later on in chapter 5 again, then another in chapter 1 again. You keep on listening to that, throughout ACI, and then later on maybe in ACI 2 you listen to that again, then in ACI 3 you listen again, this ACI 4, you learn pieces here and there. And by the time you finish it, oh, now I understand. Then you can become the one who share with other people. When my teacher told that, I got a shock. Hey, who said I want to become a teacher? Last time I didn't know ACI is a teacher training. I got a shock. I come in, halfway through, the teacher said, this is a teacher training. When I came, I didn't know anything. It's a teacher training program to train you to become a teacher, to teach. Hey, when did I say I want to become a teacher? No, I never say I want to become a teacher. Nobody tell me. Why nobody tell me? Why? Then I just listen as a very curious. I just come in and listen and learn something. So no worries if you don't understand. Just let it come to you. But come to you, ear listen, there go out, cannot have it. If you do your homework, you do your quiz, you meditate, some in, some out, okay, no problem. If you never do your homework, you never do your quiz, you never meditate, here in, there out, I don't know how many percent left lah. Only you know lah. Okay. And the last one is a correct view of emptiness. I got a very nice picture I didn't show you. It was shown in chapter 5. Chapter 5, yeah. Correct view of emptiness. Yang Dak Pe Tawa. It is the understanding of where things really come from and how things really happen. It is really only the antidote. That is the only antidote for this cycle of life. It is the antidote to get rid of the 2 obstacles. You will learn in chapter 2, the 2 obstacles to become a Buddha. The obstacles to bad thought, bad thought obstacles, means that we have this negative emotion, 烦恼. We always have 负面的情绪, we have this negative emotion, we always think badly about other people, you know. Now, I sometimes got bad thought talking inside my mind. I'll tell myself, hey, generous thought, nah. Think generously of other people, don't inside in the mind, you always condemn. Sure, I always want to criticize other people, you know. Hey, why is this mind keep on talking about other people, things that are not good? Cannot talk about the good one, eh? Okay, then talk about the good one. After a while, start to talk about the bad one again. So we have this bad thought now. This is one of the obstacles. Yeah. The second obstacle is the obstacle to know everything. Obstacles to know everything to become a Buddha. You learn that in chapter 2 also, so no worries, that will be repeated again. So just now we mentioned about renunciation. Is a mind that want to be free. The mind that want to be free from this cycle of life. Renunciation. Without renunciation, you can never, ever reach nirvana. Remember or not? Nirvana, you need to have renunciation. You need to have the correct view of emptiness. Correct or not? And then, bodhicitta is very important. It's the seed for your Buddhahood. It is the seed for your Buddhahood. It's the love, the seed. Yeah. The seed. Why is the wish that you want to become a Buddha? Is the seed. So you need to have renunciation. You need to have bodhicitta. And you need to have correct view of emptiness for you to reach, to be the greater scope practitioner, to reach Buddhahood. Bodhicitta is the mind that you want to become a Buddha. Why? Because so beautiful, I want to become that is not so correct, you know. Yeah. When you say, I want to become a Buddha, the reason you want to become a Buddha, there are two goals. One, of course, for yourself, that you become a perfect being, right? Another reason, the main reason, is because you can really be able to help others in the deep and ultimate way. And there's no other way. You can try it. I try it in life. Sometimes you want to help somebody. I find that I don't have the capacity to help them. And even if I have the capacity to help them, I think that I want to help them, but it didn't help them, not in the way that I want it. It seems that I'm still limited by the knowledge and the skills to how to help somebody. Why we want to help somebody? You say, I don't care about other people. Okay, never mind. Think about your closest, your loved one. Start small. Start small. Start with your loved one. Then slowly expand, more and more loved one. Then more and more loved one. More and more like friends. More and more the people that you don't know, that like your enemy. I tried that when I first learned. I said, hey, I don't care. What's for want to work for other people? Crazy. Of course, I only think about myself. Then slowly think about your loved one. Okay, I can do that. I got family, I got children. Okay, I can do that. Then slowly you say, expand to your friend. Then you choose your friend. This friend can, that friend cannot. Okay, slowly, never mind. You choose your friend, okay? You expand. Then as time goes by, then I will expand and expand. And I even expand to my enemy. That's really tough. I number one enemy. I say, I don't want to send to her. I cannot. I send everybody. She's also one of them. Send everybody. The moment I can do that, I'm so happy. I let go of the thing I'm not happy inside. The moment I can do that, I suddenly feel, yeah. Every time I pass by, I hate the person so much because of what the person do, whatever the reason what I can give lah. It doesn't matter. The fact is, I must overcome my own negative emotion. And so I start to send out love to that person. Really, I send love, I send blessing. Wow, initially it's very hard, my goodness, very hard. But the moment you can do it, you say, wow, it's an achievement, I'm so happy. And then you let go, you don't have this hatred in your heart anymore. It's kind of clean out. And just like I said, renunciation, bodhicitta, and the correct view of emptiness. Correct view of emptiness is the mind that is imbued with this correct view. The mind that is imbued with this correct view. Let me see whether I miss out anything. Nope, I didn't miss out anything. I cover everything, and I'm going to look at the homework now. Okay, homework. Okay, this one we have done. Question 1. Question 2 is in class 1. Question 3, class 1. Question 4, class 1. Question 5, class 1. Okay, from here, question 6, this one is today's class. Who is the disciple of Trijang Rinpoche who wrote the introduction? Remember I said the introduction, that part to the commentary, yeah, is written by Ken Rinpoche, Rishi Lobsang Tachin. Very good. Okay, give his full name and his correct title. His year and his year. Did they mention about the year? They didn't mention about year. Give his full name and his correct title. It says 1921 to 2004. 2004. Question 7, we have done that in class 1. Question 8, we did it today. I said in the Lamrim text, there are 3 grid division, right? For the practitioner, lower scope practitioner, medium scope practitioner, and higher scope practitioner. They have different motivation why they are studying the Lamrim. And then question 9, we know, isn't it? Name the 3 principal paths. See, they just ask you to name or name. And then question 10, are they physical, mental, or are they concepts? Okay, they are mental. They're mental realization. It is an attitude. It's a mental thing. It is a realization. 一个觉悟. So I finished all the homework nicely, and I hope that you would do your homework, okay, and do your meditation assignment. 15 minutes only, not difficult. 15 minutes only. Yeah. Okay. So, is it okay? Not? Can you follow? Okay. Okay, good. Thank you for being here. I have this, let me see, we have 8 minutes. I want to do a dedication. And if we have time, I have a quiz for you. Yay! You want to do a quiz? Okay, no worries. It's very easy one. Okay, I want to do a dedication to close our session today. And I ask you to just sit comfortably and close your eyes. Close your eyes and just want to do a dedication. Think of all the goodness that we have just done just now, like a beautiful gemstone that you can hold in your hand. And recall your holy guide at the beginning of the class. See how happy they are with you. Show your gratitude to them and ask them to stay, to please stay and help you to learn all these stuff and to apply it in your life. And offer them this beautiful gemstone. See them accept it. Bless it and carry it back to your heart. See them there, feel them there in your heart. It feels so good that you want to keep it, and so you give it away. By the power of the goodness that we have just done, may all beings complete the collection of merit and wisdom and gain the 2 ultimate bodies of merit and thus gain the 2 ultimate bodies of merit and wisdom make. Use 3 long exhale. 1, to send out to that person that you want to help. 2nd, to send to everyone you love. And the 3rd, to send to everyone who have seen you, everyone you have seen. and see them all filled with this goodness because of the ripples that you send. And may it be so. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and come back here. Okay, I have a quiz for you. I got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Do you have any question to ask with the content just now, today's or the class 1 and class 2? For Emerald's question, I won't answer because I want to give you the best answer. I already written down my answer, but I want you to receive the answer from me and from teacher Alex. Yeah. You have any questions with regards to this one? If not, then let's do I want you to do a quiz. I prepare this quiz for you. Where is my quiz? Stop share. How many books J. Songkapa had written about Lam Rim? He has written thousands of books. There's so many books, but for Lam Rim, he has written the long presentation. We call it the Lam Rim Chenmu, which is about 1,000 pages. Crazy, we cannot understand, okay? And then they have the medium presentation, medium length, about 400 pages. Wow, cannot understand also. Then they have the short presentation, which is about 10 pages. Still very tough. So that's why we have the commentary. We have the commentary. Remember, Pabongka Rinpoche, he wrote the commentary. Yeah. And we are following the commentary, only we can understand. Without the commentary, we cannot understand. Yeah. Thanks for the question, Brian. I'll share with you the link. Let me find my link. Where is the link? Okay, copy the link and put it into the chat. Okay, so liberation in the palm. Okay, gift of liberation in the palm is the teaching, the 24-day teaching, Lam Rim teaching given by Pabongka Rinpoche. Remember, he's a great man. I remember I told you he can just teach and teach and teach, and he's famous for teaching the public. He's famous for teaching the public. So when he teach that time, he got this student. Remember, his student is Trijang Rinpoche. He got this gifted, he's got this ability to he scribble down and then tidy up and then publish it. And that book is called Liberation, Gift of Liberation. Actually, it's liberation in the palm of your hand, but Kashi Michael always say that that is not a very good word. He always say that gift of liberation, trust in the palm of your hand. He always say that. Yeah, it's the same book. Yeah, that is a beautiful book. I have that book. Can you see the Google link that I post in the chat? You can try to do that. It's not difficult. It will help you in your learning. If you don't know, you can just tembak. You can just try. 6 questions. If you're finished, you can type 1 in the chat. And if you are finished, I would appreciate if you have not filled in this ACI certification status. Please do so. Okay, let's go through the answer, shall we? Oh, should we wait some more? I'm not sure whether the rest are they still doing. I'm not sure if anyone's still doing. We got 14 people here, minus 2, should have 12. 12, so another 3 person, another 3 people. Another 3 people, correct? Let me see. Minus ACI and myself and another Zoom user. I'm not sure about the Zoom user. Should have 12 and 9. If you want me to wait, now you type 1 in the chat. No, sorry, not 1. There's already so many 1. You type 3 in the chat. If anybody is doing it and you need me to wait, type 3. No? Counting 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we will discuss the answer. Let's look at the answer. I think it's pretty fun. Okay, I don't want to go to hell or reborn in a bad place. This statement probably comes from small scope practitioner, correct? Remember the 3 scope practitioner? The first one, oh, I scared after I die already, where I'm going. I don't want to go to the 3 lower realm. So it's a small scope practitioner. So 88% people got it. 88% got it correct. 1% say medium scope, no. Medium scope means I don't want to come back at all. I don't want to come back at all. Okay, I don't want to have any rebirth at all. Question 2. Which of the following is the correct order of the appearance of the different teachers who passed down this wisdom? This is okay, Lord Buddha first to J. Tsongkhapa. Of course, in between there are other teachers, then Pabongka Rinpoche, then Kem Rinpoche. Bingo, you get it correct. Start with J. Tsongkhapa, then Srijang Rinpoche. Oh no, miss out a little bit. No worries. Okay, just get it correct. Who wrote the 3 principal path? Wow, everybody got it correct. J. Tsongkhapa. Who taught or wrote the commentary to the 3 principal path? Everybody also got it correct. Pabongka Rinpoche. Yeah. And number 5. What is the actual name of the work? The Principal Teachings of Buddhism. 3 Principal Path is correct. Lam So Nam Sum is correct. Okay, the 3 Principal Path. Okay, 3 Principal Path is correct, but not liberation. Okay, not Lam Rim. Lam Rim is a general name, okay? But the name of the actual name of the word is tree, principle, have. And the last one, which of the following is not the three problems of the pot? Dirty pot, yes, it is a problem. Leaky pot, yes, it is a problem. Come to the teaching with own principle and understanding. Yes, it is a problem. Come to the teaching with an open mind. Yeah, that is not a problem. That should be the way. Come with an open mind. So 88% got it correct. Dirty pot is a problem. What does dirty pot mean? Dirty pot, there are two ways of interpretation. One, you come in because there's a pretty girl here, or there's a handsome guy there, or you want to body somebody, or you want to show somebody how good you are. Yeah, you want to gain something. Yes, correct. Rache say. Okay, that is a dirty pot. Another interpretation, you learn already here. Then you go another Dharma teaching. Then another Dharma teacher say something. And then you go and mix them. Say, hey, no, the teacher say like that. Actually, it's maybe the same thing, but sometimes the word that they use, maybe the word that they use, they mean for this one, you know, but for us, the word that we use mean for another thing. You understand? At the end of the day, they should come back to the same thing. Okay, so we don't mix them. If you study this one, just study this one, study until you finish. Don't mix them. Don't, hey, the teacher say like that. Oh, okay. All right, so thank you so much. Good night. And I'll see you in the next class. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Teacher Rache. Thank you, everyone.
Most
Thank you,
welcome.
teacher. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, teacher. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. See you next session, in the next session. Bye-bye.